Close that door. So just to make sure that we're all in the right place at the right time, can I hear a loud shout for the graduating Fall 2020 Pharmacy Technology class? I would just like to say good afternoon to all of you. I'm still trying to catch my breath. My name is Rashonda Bell. I'm the Pharmacy Technology Program Director and Instructor, along with Miss Christina Meade. She's here somewhere. And she's the sidekick that helps everything go. So with no further ado, I would like for everyone to give their attention to our Fall 2020 Pharmacy Technology class as they procession in. Y'all can applaud. At this time, we will have our invocation by Ms. Christina Meade.
Thank y'all all for coming, if you'll bow your heads. Father, we thank you so much for this day, and we thank you so much for these great students. God, I always have a tendency to call them kids, and they're not. They're adults that are making their way out in the world. And God, we just thank you so much for the things that they've accomplished. We thank you so much for the hours that they've spent getting to where they're at tonight. And God, we just ask that you'll just bless them. Pray that you'll bless them with great jobs and bless them with happiness. We just thank you for all that you've done. Lead, guide, and direct us all. In Jesus' name, amen.
All right. So since we're all here, I guess we will celebrate some pharmacy technicians. Before I get started, just a little housekeeping. But of course, as you came in, you saw the restrooms that were to your immediate right. And also, if you have a cell phone, we don't mind you recording, but please put your cell phones on silent. We are live streaming as well. So if you have family members that are at home that couldn't come but would have liked to have came to the event, you can let them know, send them a text message to let them know to go to the YouTube channel and find Ogeechee Technical College, and they can find us live doing a live stream for our pinning ceremony. But please silence your phone or either turn them off at this time. All right, so I would first like to again welcome all of you to our Fall 2020 pinning ceremony. First, I would like to recognize our senior dean, and that is Miss Jennifer Witherington. She is sick. This is the time of the year, so we're going to keep her in our prayers. Also, we would like to acknowledge our president of the college, President Durden. Also, our vice president, Dr. Ron Foley. Also, our deans, Dean Neil Owens. And also, again, would like to recognize Ms. Christina Mead, part of our pharmacy technology program. Also, besides family and friends, I know we have a few preceptors out in the audience tonight. So we would like to welcome you on tonight and also give you our thanks for taking on our students and training them and putting them on the right path, training and employing them. So we are super excited about that. So moving further and acknowledging our the friends and family that's here on tonight, I just want to say from my heart and Miss Christina's heart, we do thank you. We know that this has been a trying time for all of you, for all of us, but we thank you for your support of the students. There were some that didn't make the hurdle of COVID-19, but most persevered to this point. And we would like to say thank you. Thank you on behalf of the Pharmacy Technology Program. Thank you so much for your support. So as I go on, I'm gonna keep it rolling. So just to tell you a little bit about the program. The Pharmacy Technology Program is accredited by ASHP, that's our accrediting agency, in which we follow all of their guidelines, and which is 46 actual goals and objectives and guidelines that we have to follow. And all 46 we cover from start to finish. So just to give you a little bit about our program and our mission statement reads as follows. The Pharmacy Technology Program is a sequence of courses that prepare students for careers in the pharmacy field. Learning opportunities which develop academic and professional knowledge and skills required for job acquisition, retention, and advancement. Pharmacy Technology Program graduates are prepared to function as pharmacy technicians in positions requiring preparation of medications according to prescriptions under supervision of a pharmacist. Pharmacy technology graduates are to be competent in the general areas of communications, math, interpersonal relations, and computer literacy. Graduates are also to be competent to perform basic occupational functions, including pouring, weighing, or measuring dosages, grinding, heating, filtering, dissolving, and mixing chemicals, procuring, storing, and issuing pharmaceutical materials and supplies. They also maintain files and records. Graduates of the program receive a pharmacy technology diploma, which is issued by the ASHP, ACPE, and also Ogeechee Technical College on the behalf of the TCSG. And they are designated with qualifications for the PTCB, which is the Pharmacy Technician Certification Exam. So on tonight, for our penance ceremony, the penance ceremony actually symbolizes the completion that the pharmacy technician has completed all courses set by TCSG. And all of the courses, they include, but of course, core courses, English, math, structure and function, medical terminology. And also they include program courses, such as fundamentals, calculations, pharmacology, dispensing, sterile preparation, advanced principles, and 2 sets of clinicals, Practicum 1 and Practicum 2. We are moving swiftly. Okay. So at this time, we are down to our speaker. So our speaker on tonight Just to give you an introduction of the speaker, an awesome lady that I have grown to know in the last few months to a year. Her name is Miss Charlotte Spell. Miss Charlotte Spell is employed by Bullock Alcohol and Drug Council to oversee a federal grant to reduce and prevent the use of alcohol, prescription drugs, and cocaine among youth and young adults, ages 14 to 24. She received both her bachelor's and master's degrees from Georgia Southern University and has worked in the field of substance use prevention for 19 years. Ms. Charlotte currently serves as president of Let's Be Clear Georgia, a statewide marijuana prevention education and advocacy group. She is also a member of the Georgia Prescription Drug Abuse Prevention Project and State Substance Abuse Response Team. Ms. Charlotte is married with 2 beautiful children, both of which she hopes benefit from the prevention work she's doing. So with no other further ado, I present to you the speaker of our awesome event, Ms. Charlotte Spell.
Congratulations. How was that pharmacology? I heard when she said we have 46 or 49 objectives, they were like, oh, yeah, we covered all of them. So thank you, Ms. Bell, for inviting me here to speak. I am just super proud of each of you, and I wore my lead mask because you are leaders in all that you do, and you've proven that by what you have accomplished here today. I just want to share with you a little bit about Bullock Alcohol and Drug Council and what we do, because a lot of people are unfamiliar with it. But we have been in the community, not me as Bullock Alcohol and Drug Council, but has been in the community since 1974. So the council has been around for a long time. And the way that it started was there was a city council member whose son was involved in an alcohol-related crash, like right in the middle of town. And so his dad said, hey, we need to have something here in town that will address alcohol and underage drinking and driving. And so that's how they came about starting the council. Now fast forward to 2020, and we now cover programs with a budget of over $750,000, which is amazing. We're actually right now in the middle of an audit, so we know where every penny is going, and it all goes right where it's supposed to go. So in my job, when I started with Bullock Alcohol and Drug Council, one of the main objectives that I had personally was to start what I call youth action teams. And what youth action teams are is just peer educators in our middle schools and our high schools. And unfortunately, we see the age that children start to experiment with alcohol and other drugs decrease. So where it used to be 15, and then it went down to 14, and now it's at 13, or actually 12 and a half. So if you can imagine someone at that age already experimenting with alcohol and drugs, the way that it affects their brain development is a real concern of ours. So instead of having a mama figure come in and talk to them about why you really shouldn't be doing these things, we wanted them to hear it from their peers, because who are they going to listen to? Their peers, right? They don't want to listen to another mama tell them what why they shouldn't do this or why they should do this. So I'm so happy to say that we have 5 youth action teams now. We have one at William James Middle School, Southeast Bullock High School, Statesboro High School. Portal, we have 2 teams, one for the middle and one for the high school. So we actually have a training this Saturday where we'll do some leadership training with those youth. Unfortunately, again, with the COVID times, we have our Portal teams are not going to be able to be there because they've had an outbreak of COVID at the school. So, but just wanted to share some of the services that we do. So I brought my brochure so I don't leave any of them out. We offer a class called Prime for Life, And that is a drug education class I teach, and we have another instructor, so we, if I get tired, I'll say, do you want to do it this month? So basically, if someone gets caught with an underage possession or their first drug-related offense, then they often get sentenced to a drug education class. So we do an assessment on them, and we make sure that this is what they need, because sometimes they'll come in, and they need more than just an 8-hour class. But we do that 8-hour class, and we've been having to do it virtually, so that's been a new challenge. And we have a drug-free communities grant, and with that grant, we address underage drinking, prescription drug misuse, which I'm sure all of you are familiar with, and marijuana prevention. So that's how I got involved with the Let's Be Clear group. And the Let's Be Clear group is a statewide agency, or it's not an agency, it's really a collaborative. We want to educate people about the differences between marijuana, hemp, CBD. There's so many different products out there that people are confused about, and they'll say, oh, well, marijuana is legal now because hemp is legal. They're the same thing, right? No, they're not the same thing. Or, oh, you shouldn't use that CBD because that's marijuana. They're the same thing, right? No, they're not the same thing. So there's a lot of education that we need to do, and there's a lot of misconceptions around marijuana use, and we see that in states where it has legalized, especially recreationally, that the number of youth who use at an early age really increases. So that's what our main focus is, protecting our youth. And let's see, we have tips training. So if any of you have worked as a seller or server of alcohol, maybe trying to earn that money, I noticed one of the young ladies had send money on the sign. I'm a graduate, please send money. We always need money. You think, once I graduate, then I'll be better off. And then it's like, oh my goodness, where'd these bills come from? So with tips training, the city council back in 2016, we were working with the city council to revise our local alcohol ordinance. And one of the things that we wanted to be placed in that ordinance was mandated alcohol seller server training. And that's basically just so that people who are selling and serving can check IDs properly. They'll know what to do if there's somebody that's kind of pressuring them to sell to them if they're underage, or if someone is over intoxicated and they're still trying to get, service, that they'll know how to handle that. And so we were very pleased that they mandated that in 2016. So we just did 3 trainings in the last month, because places are starting to open back up and have more business, so they're hiring new servers. And so we offer that completely free of charge. And when a person is tip certified, that lasts for 3 years. So it's an awesome opportunity for students, because as you are trying to get through your education, 3 years, that's good. Now let me move on to the next step. And again, that helps to reduce underage drinking, because they're really learning how to properly check those IDs. And these days, fake IDs are super, super real looking. I mean, it is hard to tell between the two. We also have the parent network. This is a new thing that we have. We're trying to be very comprehensive. So we're reaching the youth, we're reaching the retailers, and we're trying to reach the parents. So we have surveys that the youth in middle and high school complete each year. And when we ask them questions about, do your parents talk to you about their expectations around alcohol and other drugs, a lot of them say no. And we also ask, where do your friends get the alcohol or other drugs? And it's often from home or from a friend's house. And so we really thought we need to address the parents and educate them, because again, around marijuana, when people think about Woodstock, okay, the THC level in marijuana back at Woodstock was like maybe 4%. Well, today's marijuana is chemically engineered to be more like 60 to 70%. So it has a much higher potency, And then people start vaping and that sort of thing with THC, and it can get up to 99%. So, I mean, it can be really, really bad. People, they don't realize a lot of times that when you think about, for people my age, you think about Cheech and Chong, you know, it's like, oh, Cheech and Chong, they're just smoking and laughing and whatever. But today it's completely different, and the states where it's legal and kids can get their hands on all these different varieties, then they're really experiencing some major psychotic episodes and things like that. So that's one of the things that we want to educate parents about. And then we have our Red Ribbon Week campaign, which just happened October 23rd through the 31st. And for those of you who grew up in Bullitt County, maybe you remember Red Ribbon Week at your school. So that's just a week dedicated to substance use prevention, where we go in. Our office, we sponsor a poster drawing contest, and we used to have T-shirts made with the county winner, but now we don't have enough money to have all those. Well, we have the money, but it's not. They don't like for us to do T-shirts. They don't want us to spend the money on T-shirts. I'll put it that way. So we get to buy the county winner an iPad, which is awesome, because this year it was a 5th grader, and I mean, he was literally almost in tears whenever he got to receive his iPad, and it's just wonderful to see young people, you know, they put forth an effort like that, and then they're rewarded, which is what you guys are being rewarded tonight. We have student intervention classes, so for students in the Bullitt County schools who violate the alcohol or drug policy, then they are referred to the student intervention class. So we hold those once a quarter. And then this is something that a lot of people don't know about, is that we actually offer a scholarship. So if a student has grown up in Bullitt County, attended Bullitt County schools, graduated from Bullitt County schools, and attends OTC, Georgia Southern, or East Georgia, we have a scholarship that is available to them. So right now, the scholarship is $2,000 per year, I think is what the amount is. We were just talking about that this morning. So that's something that we are able to offer. And lastly, I wanted to talk a little bit about some of the things that have to do with the pharmacy. So we have what's called a drop box initiative. And what that is there are places that people can go and take their their expired medications or their unused medications. So if somebody has surgery and they are prescribed some painkillers, they didn't need all those painkillers, what to do with them now? So if they're left in the medicine cabinet, or, you know, wherever a person stores it in their home, if there's another person in the home, they might want to try that pill. And if they do, it does not take long for certain people to get addicted to those pills. It's like some of our brains are wired in a way that the receptors just, you know, they kind of take to it and they hold on and they don't want to let go. Whereas other people, such as myself, don't give me any kind of painkiller. My body is not wired for it. So we want to get people educated on safe storage of their medications. We have lock boxes that we've given out, especially to older adults, where they may have somebody visiting their home and they're not really paying attention. We might go in and try to, you know, sneak some of their medications, or parents who have teenagers that might be wanting to experiment. We have safe storage, we have safe disposal. So the drop boxes, we tried to get one here at Ogeechee Tech, but there's, you're not here on Friday, right? So they were afraid with it not being monitored by law enforcement every day that something might go wrong. So we have them at the other law enforcement agencies, our sheriff's department. There's one on Georgia Southern campus, Statesboro Police, Brooklet Police. Portal used to have one, but I don't think they have theirs anymore. But, and now CVS Pharmacy has a drop box. So those are available for people to help get the pills, you know, disposed of. And then one of the other things that we have been able to partner with Ogeechee Tech is to use these drug deactivation bags. So this is another grant that I wrote through a foundation, and they gave us 2,000 drug deactivation bags. Not everybody can get in the car and drive all the way to the Statesboro Police Department. Or, maybe they're elderly, they don't drive at all. So this bag would allow them to put their pills or their liquids or pouches, if they have fentanyl patches, into the bag, and then it has like a little dotted line, put water in up to the line, and you just shake it around like that, and you can put it in the trash. And it doesn't harm the environment, and then the drug is deactivated, so it's not going to get anybody high or addicted. So we're really happy that we have those and that we're able to share those with the community. And then just recently we did, the DEA hosts 2 drug take-back days a year. So there's one in October and there's one in April. So with COVID and everybody trying to stay socially distanced and everything, we did a drive-through drug take-back. And it wasn't as busy, of course, as our past drug take-back days, but it was good because we had our youth action team members out there and law enforcement there. And so we had bags that gave each person who came through got a drug deactivation bag and then just some information about substance abuse. So that's all I have. We do a lot of work. If anyone ever needs anything, we also host NA meetings at our office, but Ms. Bell knows how to get in touch with us. And again, congratulations, and I wish you all the best. Thank you.
Again, thank you so much, Ms. Charlotte, for sharing your experience with the Bullock Alcohol and Drug Council with us. Some very good informative information that I know all of us can use. But of course, with working in pharmacy, we have to acknowledge those things about drug and alcohol abuse, what to do with those medications. So we do thank you. Thank you for that information. So one thing that I did not do earlier that I would like to do at this time before we go into our actual pinning is acknowledge all of our preceptors that we've had since the beginning of the year. That would be Candler County Hospital in Metter, Georgia, Kemp's Pharmacy in Guess where Arkita went to her clinical side. Reedsville Pharmacy, IHS Pharmacy in Metter, the Prescription Shop in Statesboro, Forest Heights Pharmacy in Statesboro, St. Joseph's Hospital in Savannah, Walgreens Pharmacy in Statesboro, Medical Center Pharmacy in Swainsboro, ShopRite Pharmacy in Swainsboro, Carter's Pharmacy in Pooler, Georgia, Pembroke Pharmacy, Pembroke, Georgia, Candler Prescription Center in Savannah, East Georgia Regional Medical Center in Statesboro, and lastly, Medicap Pharmacy in Guyton, Georgia. And those were all of our clinical sites that we worked with this year, and we are so grateful for you taking on those students and having those students up under your wings and just training them, giving them some extra information, extra skills for them to pack and to use at your facility or in their endeavors in the future. So thank you again to all our preceptors. right, so now we can move on to our highest average recognition. So we do have two different classes that are represented on tonight. And so therefore we'll be giving out two highest average awards. So I'll start with the first group. So this student, I can't say enough about this student. She is a awesome lady, awesome lady. Keeps me straight, and I can't. I don't have to ask for work. I don't have to wonder if she's coming to class. She's always there. Did well in clinicals and did well, but of course in the classroom. So on tonight, our first highest average recognition will go to Miss Carrie Clark. All right, our next, for our second group, highest average recognition. This student, wow. I thought she was quiet, but I found out differently. Her preceptors, they have just, they've really highlighted her a lot. They have been glad to have her there, her presence. They love her positivity, in which she's radiant wherever she goes. You know she's in the room. If you're there with her, you know she's there. Another student that likes to keep me straight, Miss Bell. Where's so-and-so at? Miss Bell, did you post our grade? Miss Bell, I got a 0 in that, and I know I turned that in. So, but I really admire her positivity and also to want to be excellent. That's one thing about this young lady that that would take her very, very far in life. So, with no further ado, I don't know whether to call her up or not, but Miss Arkita Crawford. All right, so now we can move forward to our pens. All right, so as I call the graduate's name, you can come up and receive your pen and your certificate. All right, so first we have Miss Kelsey Fleming. All right, our next recipient is Miss Chantel McKnight. Next, we have Miss Summer Dice. All right, next we have Miss Bianca Vasquez. All right, next we have Miss Taryn New. Next we have Miss Brittany Ganzel Frederick. All right, next we have Miss Arkita Crawford. All right, and next we have Miss Raven Pope. All right, so we have two more students to be pinned on tonight, and I am just excited, tickled, pink, just everything. I just jumped up and down whenever I heard the news that they actually passed their certification exam. So I'm super excited that they have this achievement up under their belt. So our first student, Lillian Brooke McBroom. And lastly, but not least, on tonight, she's the greatest, Miss Carrie Clark. And I know all of you may have noticed, we like to have fun while we're in class. I like to keep them laughing as much as possible. If not, I'll lose them. So we do. Just trying to make them laugh, to knock off a little bit of the nervousness on tonight. But thank you, ladies. Thank you so much, and congratulations again. All right, so at this time, we will proceed forward with our oath. If the graduates would please stand. Okay, so at this time, graduates, if you will, repeat after me. I dedicate myself to providing pharmacy technician services of the highest quality to all patients, regardless of situation or circumstance, and I will consider the health and safety of my patients my primary concern. I will uphold the highest principles of moral, ethical, and legal conduct, and will perform my duties with honesty and integrity. I will use my knowledge, skills, and abilities to ensure optimal patient treatment, outcomes, while always operating within the pharmacy technician's scope of practice. I will maintain patient confidentiality, promote individual dignity, and treat all patients with respect, compassion, and appreciation for their diversity. I will work closely with pharmacists and other healthcare professionals to ensure that quality pharmaceutical care is dispensed without error. I will strive to provide excellent customer service
I will strive to provide excellent customer service,
and effective communication,
effective communication,
supported by an exceptional work ethic
supported by an exceptional work ethic,
while maintaining absolute accuracy
while maintaining absolute accuracy
and ensuring patient health and safety.
and ensuring patient health and safety.
I will stay informed regarding developments
I will stay informed regarding developments
in the field of pharmacy
in the field of pharmacy
and will maintain professional competency,
and maintain professional competence,
striving to continually enhance
striving to continually enhance
my knowledge, skills, and expertise.
my knowledge, skills, and expertise.
I will participate in the evolution of a pharmaceutical practice
I will participate in the evolution of a pharmaceutical practice
that improves patient care
that improves patient care
and will actively support organizations
and will actively support organizations
that further the profession
that further the profession
and support the advancement of pharmacy technicians.
and support the advancement of pharmacy technicians.
I will respect, value, and support my colleagues,
I will respect, value, and support my colleagues,
foster a sense of loyalty
foster a sense of loyalty
and duty to the profession of pharmacy,
and duty to the profession of pharmacy,
and actively participate
actively participate
as a member of the healthcare team.
as a member of the healthcare team.
I will strive to conduct myself
I will strive to conduct myself
with professionalism and integrity
with professionalism and integrity,
and maintain a full appreciation
maintain a full appreciation
of the responsibility that the public entrusts to me.
of the responsibility that the public entrusts to me.
So at this time, I will ask for the graduates to exit the stage and stand in the front, please. So family, friends, faculty, staff, loved ones, preceptors, clinical sites, supporters, whoever you are, even baby Jermaine, I present none other than the fall 2020 OTC Pharmacy Technology graduates. This concludes our program on tonight. Thank you again for coming. Refreshments will be served in our lobby. Thank you again. Drive safe.